Nature is not God, it's not spirit. When we're talking about chi in Africa, especially in Igbo land, we are talking about nature. Okay, so don't personify it, don't spiritualize it, just enjoy it. That's the purpose. I mean, that's why the nature is there. You are part of that nature to enjoy nature, not to worship it. No, not to serve it. Mm-mm. Is to enjoy the nature. So, welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint, where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth because it's our lives. And personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life wherever you are. Don't let your opinions, which is like dreams, visions, revelations, trance, things that are products of your thoughts. Don't let them define you. Know that you are greater than them. You are greater than your vision. You are greater than your dreams. The one of the havoc of religion or spirituality or belief system in our land is making you think you are limited by or to your opinions, dreams, and revelations. You need to understand that you are greater than your thoughts, you are greater than your words, and you are greater than your actions. You have the power, the potentials to make changes. Don't let anyone limit you. In other words, don't let anyone or anything enslave you, but live and enjoy your life humanly, naturally. I'm sharing on what I titled Culture and the Tradition without God, culture and tradition without faith and beliefs, culture and tradition that we need to build ourselves because we were not born to be believers but builders, and without knowledge, you cannot build anything. Knowledge is spring, not God. Knowledge is spring, not love. Knowledge is spring. You must dare to know, especially knowing yourself. The most important knowledge in life is the knowledge of self. When you know yourself and know your part, you will see how you will be enjoying your life. So let's go. If you have any idea about culture and tradition, please share with us there in the comment section. Let's go. Culture and tradition. When I'm talking about culture, I'm talking about civilization, not the nonsense many of us have grown up to hold as culture. They think maybe having some bullshit foreign festivals, foreign beliefs, foreign ideas, that's our culture. No, they're not. And also, when I'm talking about tradition, I'm talking about practice that people have, things people decided to practice. So as I proceed, let me talk about ordinary and omenani, or ordinala and omenala, according to our own tongue. Ordinala and omenala. It is simple. One of the things African did and they should be doing is whatever it is they bring, the name or the word they say over it will tell you all you need to know about it. Like if there is confusion, just say, what do you say? The person repeat it, you think on that word. It will give you a lot of information you need. Like when you say ordinala, ordinala, ọ bụghị ihe idebere n'ala. Ordinala is natural things in the land. It's not spiritual things. It's not religious things. Let me read actually how I posted it. Many of you have seen it on my wall. This is how I put it. Fellow Igbos, which is ancient Africans or ancient people, Ordinala is not Omenala. Omenala is what we practice, what we say, this is how, what we'll be doing, this is what we'll be doing in our land as a community of a people. Other community have their own Omenala. Some people say they don't eat certain animals, that's their Omenala. It's not Ordinala. Animals are part of Ordinala. Human beings are part of Ordinala. Plants are part of Ordinala. They are not Omenala. So Ordinala is not Omenala. Ordinala is not a way of life, because people that say they are practicing African spirituality keep using Ordinary as their religion. It's not. Ordinala is not religion, it's not spirituality. Ordinala is not a way of life. A way of life is the same everywhere people are. A way of life, if you go, the same thing everywhere. But Ordinala is not, there is something that found in your land that is not found in another land. Although it's not Omenala, but naturally, for example, there are certain trees we have in Africa that you cannot find in where white people are. You only find it where black people are. And if you notice, those things follow black people wherever they go. They follow also white people wherever they go. So Ordinana is not a way of life. It's just nature or natural things in the land. And with Ordinana, you don't need any external help. Once Africans know what is in their land, they will agree with me that they don't need help from America, from Europe, from Asia, just as our ancient ancestors lived. They needed no help from outsiders. That's why outsiders invaded us. They found out we are okay with our lives and we lack nothing in this world. We have everything in quantum. When they say, like, these people, we have to subdue these people that have been great, helping us, teaching us science and technology, but we have to take it by force. That's why they tell you, until John, the kingdom of heaven or kingdom of God has been suffering violence. They are the one that see Africa as the kingdom of God or kingdom of God. Kingdom is evil. Kingdom is part of slavery. Africans weren't practicing slavery before white people came. But the reason why they make you believe that we have gods and goddesses and the kings and the queens before they came or in the antiquities, because they want to connect you saying that you are the one that started slavery, then they came and we sold ourselves to them. It's not true. If we started slavery, we would have enslaved them when we come in contact with them. But there's no root, there's no trace, there's no history of Africans enslaving white people anytime. That's why they try to lie to you that the Egyptians enslaved the Israelites. It never happened. It never. All those things are fallacy. Everything about Israel is fallacy. It's just like what you have today called Wakanda. It's not a real state. It's not a real place until 1948 when Americans decided to make Israel a real place. Until today, there's no peace in the Middle East. Middle Africa, Middle East, the entire Middle East is African land. They came as thieves, they stole, they killed, and destroyed us, scattered us. Now we end up in West Africa, our backyard before. Today, it became our land, and we thought that's where we began. No. Ordinala is not spirituality. Ordinala is not rituals and religion. Ordinala is not culture and the tradition. Ordinala is not culture and tradition. It's natural. Whatever is natural is not subject to your laws and rules or commandments or rituals or festivals. That's you. You are the one that made up those ones. They are legend, mythologies, and all that. You are the one that made up that, but it's not ordinala. Ordinala is natural things. Ordinala is not a chance and worship. This is another thing. Africans, whenever you talk about Ordinala or tradition of Africa, they always see what? Charms. Although charm is not a bad thing, it's something you made. It's just like gum, which you can use to keep life, you can use to kill life, okay? Or person, not life, it's just person. Then you see that it's not charms and it's not worship. That's why when you say that, oh, I don't believe in Abrahamic religion, what does most African Christians and Muslims think? Oh, you are worshiping devil now. If you don't worship God, you are worshiping the Satan. No. No human being was born to worship. Worship is evil, is anti-nature. You don't supposed to worship. You're supposed to live. And whoever you're worshiping supposed to be worshiping you too. It's supposed to be mutual. The same way when you greet somebody, the person greets you. So if you worship God, that God's supposed to worship you. If it's not so, then you are a slave to that God. And that's why worshippers are slaves. Slaves worship. Free men don't worship anyone or anything. They are free to move anytime they want. Move on. Ordinala is not laws, rules, and regulations. Ordinala is not science and technology. Okay, because science and technology is what we can build. As that's part of our potentials. We have the potentials for innovation and invention. Actually, that's what we are born to do. We are born to build this world. There's no God that created this world. If you look around, who is creating things you are using today? Who is creating the phone you are using? Who is creating the internet you are using? Who is creating the things you are using today? It's not any God or spirit out there. It is people creating those things because we have the potentials. And that's why whoever wants you to believe without sin, whoever wants you to worship, want you to abandon your potentials, now hoping there's a higher being that you need to help you, telling you are born with a vacuum in you that only God can fill or any spirit can fill. No, you can never be possessed. It is impossible for any human being to be possessed, whether by good spirit or evil spirit. Those things are illusions. People misinterpreting what really exists instead of them paying attention to know why is this thing happening to me? Why is this thing unique to me? Who am I? What can I do? What makes me happy? Instead of them doing that, they are thinking about imaginary being better than them, richer than them, enjoying more than them. Now they believe if they die, they have to do everything to please that imaginary being. So when they die, they will go there to be with that imaginary being. That's why immediately when you believe in God and hold God as your God or as your anything, you hate yourself. For you to love God, you must hate yourself. For you to believe in God, you must hate yourself. And that is why you are confused. Because instead of you to find solution to your problem or to change your condition, you are praying to imaginary being to come and help you. Some of you praying to ancestors to come and help you. Those things can never help you. You are the ancestors you're talking about, and you are both God. God cannot give birth, but you can, proving that you are above God. You believe God created you. You are stupid believing that because you have not seen that God. How dare you believe somebody created you, but you cannot see that person? You even believe that that person care about you more than I do, yet you cannot see that person. Don't you see? You are stupid believing that. Okay, you say I'm insulting you. What of other people you say they are stupid? For what? There's area I am stupid. Like if I begin to talk about how to fly aeroplane, I must be stupid talking about that because I don't have such knowledge. I must be stupid talking about Quran because I don't have that knowledge. But when it comes to Bible, when it comes to Christianity, I can never be stupid because I have that knowledge, even more than most people that are Christians today. Okay. So Ordinala is not science and technology. Ordinala is not communicating with ancestors. No, it's not. Ordinala is not the way you communicate with nature or your ancestors. No. Ordinala is what is naturally in the land. So Ordinala is not, Ordinala cannot be created or destroyed just like you. You cannot be created or destroyed. They cannot, no matter how they try. No God created you and no God will destroy you. Stop living in fear of any God or he will throw you to hell. Both people in spirituality and religion believe in bullshit God or hell. Those things don't exist. Enjoy your life. Ordinary is as the word can teach you what is naturally found in the land. Ordinary is ordinary, period. Just as nature is nature. Nature is not spirituality, it's not religion, it is not divine. Nature is nature. Period. Ordinary is ordinary. Humans, animals, and plants are part of ordinary. There are some animals you can see in this land you cannot see in another land. That's ordinary. That doesn't make the other one that have that animals better than the other one. It means the animals don't find it conducive there. This is where, and that's where they are increasing, or where they find their abode and staying there naturally. So, Ayedenala, we are in the land. We are not in the air. We are not in heaven. We are in the land. So we must take care of our land. And that's the main reason why I'm sharing this. For us to know what we embrace as culture and tradition. Or those words are like English words. So most of us we damble or confuse ourselves when we are arguing about that. But the main thing is this: look at your village, look at yourself. What has that culture and tradition done for you? What has that ordinary or menana is doing for you as a people? Think about that. Think about that. What is going on in our land today? So why are they not benefiting us if we said we have those things as ordinary? They will talk about our native doctors. Where are their powers when you see the unknown gunmen, kidnappers, and all those evil going on in our land? Where are their powers? Okay, where are the politicians? Those people you elected to serve you. Why are they not putting security personnel or security things in place, to make sure there is law and order in the land? Where are the politicians? Where are the native doctors? Where are the ministers of God? Those that claim that God anointed them, God called them, God gave them some gifts. What are their gifts doing for us in our land? Think, my people, you can live your life, have great culture and tradition without God, without faith, without beliefs, but knowledge, enjoying your life. So ordinary is natural, as I've said. And the omenala is like the rules, the laws and regulations that people made, which is acceptable to some people, is not acceptable. For example, my place is acceptable for you to eat every other animals, but you see that queen snake? No, it's not acceptable. Why the neighboring town, Umunze, they eat the snake. In Oka, you dare not kill monkey or saying you are eating it. If you go to Nsoka, they are selling monkey meat there. Okay, so ihe ndị na-eri ka ndị na-asọ, that's omenala, not ordinary. But in every land you will see those animals. Some animals, although you may not see them in the land because they kill them out. I don't know there's any bush you will enter and see lion in, for example, my let me say my village Ibubu, Umuchu. So let me not go talk what I don't know. There's no bush you will enter in my village and see lion. No, unless the one human being turned to. Human being has such ability, but they tell you no, it's evil. They don't have it. Yeah, but God, Jesus is the lion of the tribe of Judah. He can become lion, right? You cannot. And they say you are sheep, but when they tell you that, naturally, some people have ability to transform like that. He says, no, it can never happen. Yeah, because they didn't say God did that, or your own particular God. I want you to know that God is not African culture and tradition. In African true culture and tradition, there's no God. Oh, he said, Mister, have you wished your mother? Fuck you and fuck that wish. Idiot, stop living by wish. Begin to think for yourself. That's the son to my mother's sister. Nandi, I'm a stupid boy. Stop messing with me, okay? You can wish your mother. I don't wish my mother anything. My mother don't need any wish. No human being need wish. Wish me this, wish that. Stop being wishful thinkers, people. Be critical thinkers. Okay? My mother is not my creator, and my mother does not control me. No person controls me. I'm now grown man. I'm a father too. And see the stupid thing he's asking me as if I'm still a child to my mother. I'm not. I'm a grown man. Okay. Stupid people. He's a Catholic member too, so I know him. He's a small boy. Stupid. Okay, so kings and queens are not African culture and tradition. As I told you, anytime they tell you you are, oh, Africans are gods and goddesses, they are kings and queens. They are telling you you were the one invented slavery. No, we're not. We are not gods and goddesses. We are natural people. We are not queens and kings. Think about that. Why is it in your time you have one person being king over the rest? That's slavery. Whenever you have kingdom, what is the opposite of kingdom? Serfdom, not opposite, another part of it. If you have king, you must have slaves. So when the king see you as his subjects, you are his slaves. Why will you have king over your life? Why? Think, think, think. Mm. Okay, so you see, true culture and tradition are for our building and progress, enlightenment and invention for quality of life, quality living. That's why we need innovation, invention. We don't need spirituality and religion for anything. We don't need them. It is out of fear of the unknown, which is ignorance. That's how people begin to create those things. Oh, when you die, this will happen. That's why you see them coming up with some stupid things, burying dead body with coffin, performing certain things, even accusing you of killing somebody they don't have knowledge of what actually killed the person. Like you see what happened to Naira Marley in Nigeria. If you listen to his songs, you know why they made up those things. Just the same way they were against Fela. But see how they destroyed that guy music career with Jungle Justice. They say he killed his friends even before any proper investigation, whether he's guilty or not. They just concluded. See R. Kelly in America, before they jail him, they make sure he went through, court system, which is the system they made up in America. Everybody is not guilty until proven so. But in Africa, you are guilty until proven otherwise. You are the moment they accuse you of anything, you are guilty, no matter what. And that's why you see people trying to fortify themselves, try to have connections. In case something happens, they make phone call or do something to free themselves. Because if not, they can kill you, set you ablaze in your own house by mere allegation. Most people in Nigeria and the Cameroon does that, where they burn you to death because of a piece of meat, because because of one egg you still to eat. They burn you to death. So we're supposed to understand that the true culture and tradition are things for our building and progress, our enlightenment and invention for quality living, quality of life. That's why you see developed countries. See, our leaders are not ashamed to be saying developed countries. Our leaders, saying the African leaders, saying developed countries like America, Europe, Asia. When you go there, they have their system working for them, healthcare, this thing. When I went to China, they have washing machine bucket. No matter how poor you are, you can afford it in China. But in Africa, do we have any country where the government is producing such thing for the citizens? No. What they are doing is telling you that they want to borrow money from China. They want to take loan. For what? Their road remain the same. Bullshit, especially Nigeria. Go to Nigeria, the road that was like that before you were born. You are now in your 50s. That road is still the same. They're still killing people there. The road that if they build it well, deep many lanes, there will be no room for armed robber, assassin or kidnappers to kidnap people along that road. No need for police to even stand there. No. It will be like as we have it in America, you'll drive through, go your way, all that. But in Africa, no. Today, if you don't have money and traveling by the road, you are in great danger. They can kidnap you and slaughter you. They can kidnap you and rob your entire family of their hard-earned money. Yet see what is going on. We are not building and progressing as a people because we hold nonsense we call culture and tradition that is not actually our culture and tradition, but foreign. So, what are the benefits of the culture and tradition you are holding? You are upholding. What is the benefit of it? Look at your village. What is the how many of us can boldly live in our village today? Our brethren who are living in the village, when you see them, they are not happy. They are suffering. They are gloomy. If you see my mates in my village, you will think they are my grandfathers. It's not nice. Are we making cologne for ourselves? What are we doing? Why are we producing something when we feel heat? We can use it to cool off. Do we have such things? What they created for us for one body. So you suffer under the sun. Then in the evening, you go and eat and they say you are enjoying life. They tell us, no, you can't work in the night. Bullshit. In America, people work every time. Most people even work in the night. But in Africa, it's only the nurse we know works in the night and the gate men, security men. That's the only thing. But in America, hospital running 24/7. Everything running 24/7. Everything for quality living. Keep running because we need it. Okay, so I want you to know that science and technology are African culture and tradition, not spirituality and religion. Understand that. So through culture and tradition, we definitely improve the condition of the people or the people living in the land. Through culture and tradition is people saying, come, let us make, come, let us build, come, let us make name for ourselves. I remember when we were born, growing up, like when you talk about Umuchu people, they will tell you, Eji Gwongoro we marandu Umuchu. When you talk about certain people, they tell you, Umuchu people, eji ire akpa rice ma akpa beans n'ose wee mara ndị Umuchu. You talk about Nnewi, they tell you, eji motor pass wee mara ndị Nnewi. There are things we used to say, okay, these people, when you talk about these people, this is what they can do. Then in Africa, then when you talk about Igbo land, they have Igbo men. They know them as industrious people, people that are that are working, making things. Igbo people till today, look at Igbo people, but it's a shame. It's a big shame to Igbo people that today, we are depending on foreigners made in China. We used to have Igbo made. We never Igbo made before even made in China. It was Taiwan that was coming in. But in those days, people would rather buy Igbo made than Taiwan because Taiwan, when you put Taiwan, it break. But that Igbo made, it may be heavy, it may not look nice, but at least it will help. But I did mean we are developing those things. They will be better today. We know how to polish them and make them better, make them lighter, make them appealing more. And that's how people develop. Remember before, computer was like the whole room was one computer. But today, computer, some of them are even smaller than this. All you need to have that thing that they used to come with a van with all the equipment just to cover a news. You do it with your phone. You just hold phone like this. You do it and share the same thing. They keep improving. That's why you need science and technology, and stop going backward because spirituality and religion is going backward. They will never take you forward. So creating festival of science and technology is what we need. Not festival of where you see people coming to do some rituals and masquerades come to perform. Those things are not African things. They are strange to Africa. But because you have been drowned in it, you think me saying it. That's why this message is dry. Like the one I said yesterday. Yesterday, which I titled The Joy of Motherhood. So if you see, most of my messages are dry. Why are they dry messages? Because many people don't want to even think about that. No, you are not making any sense. No. Come on, do giveaway. Do this and do that. No, but I'm not doing it just for you. I'm doing it for our future too. The future generation, people yet to be unborn, they will come across this message and understand that It's not a new thing. It's not a prophecy. No, it's natural thing that we need to be doing. The festivals, do we have festivals where we come as a people displaying our artifacts, displaying what we have made, our cars, things we have invented? That's the type of festival we're supposed to be having. Not festival where you come, people perform rituals. They say there was one time in Asaba, I think so, the guy from Data was sharing it. All the people that were doing native daughters, they come to display their powers. I said, that's nonsense. Powers. Powers they use to intimidate people. Oh no, you can't cross that man when he dressed like that. If you do, you will not have a child anymore. You will die. That's nonsense. I tell you, anytime I see our elder, when I travel to my village, they say if you don't give food to this shrine, it begin to kill people. I say we need to get rid of that thing. We don't need. Why we have to kill? Killing somebody, killing people doesn't solve any problem. It does not. It does not. I mean, the people in the land. You tell me the shrine that they established. Every shrine was established by somebody. And it's killing people now. Just find out how to get rid of it, then get rid of it. If they don't feed you, feed yourself. And you call it shrine. A shrine that need human being to be feeding is supposed to tell you that human being have power over that shrine. Whoever is feeding you is greater than you. Who is feeding you? Any God feeding you? You're feeding yourself. So you are greater than God. Let us start creating festivals, events, gatherings where we display what we can. You see, in New York here, they have car show where people come and show the type of car they make. You have not seen it in the street. You see where they say American Got Talent. You see people coming to display their talent. That's what we need. Not all this masquerade you put and the performance on rituals that is not improving the land. Our youth are unemployed. You have land and you're saying your youth are unemployed. They cannot grow food or even food to feed themselves. They cannot grow it. Oh no, we're educated but we are hungry. That's nonsense. You are not educated to as you're supposed to, because nobody can educate you to live a great life. You have to educate yourself to do that. Why are we not educating ourselves? And that's why I'm sharing this message with us. Let us begin to educate ourselves. Is it not why I want us to be these caring, woke Africans? Yes, where our brethren who have been persecuted or abandoned by their family members, where we can support each other, they begin to work as carpenters, as mechanic, whatever they can do. Not coming and begging people for money, give me money, I want to put that out there, my data is sick. Number one, with the condition you'll be having, harsh condition you're having, you know all this before you even get married and start producing children. You know the condition of things in Africa. It's not a new thing. You say, no, it's getting worse now. What do you expect? Of course, it's getting worse. Have you ever planned to bring any solution to that problem before you have more problem? Because having children in slavery is creating more problem. That's why they were forcing our people to breed children. Do you know where the term motherfucker come from? That's when the slave master will force the son to impregnate his own mother. And you know, Africa hates such thing. They call it, and they were mocking it. They call, oh, you are a motherfucker. And some people will take their life because they don't want that shame when they be telling them they fuck their own mother. But this actually what we came out with from slavery. And many of us are carrying it as our culture and tradition. Things that we don't suppose even consider as human beings. Let's have a rethink as a people, Africans. We're supposed to be producing things we need, the clothes we need. We're supposed to be producing them. Why are we depending on America? Why are we depending on Europe? Why are we depending on Asia? And that's why they don't respect us. They don't. When I was watching Nigerian movie, you see like great buildings in Africa, some great roads. If you know why people took before they built that in Africa, you will know that thing is not even development. It's not. It's not. And we cannot maintain them. That's why after 1 year or so, but the thing messed up again, taking more lives. And the white people continue taking whatever agreement they reach with us to build those things, they continue having it. Somebody shared the post. He said, South African industries in Nigeria or businesses in Nigeria. But what are Nigerian businesses in South Africa? Religion. The same thing with Ghana. Think about it. Why are we not having festival of science and technology? Even the trade fair they started, are they still doing that trade fair even? It used to be when you go to trade fair, you see what our people were making displayed there. Maybe today, if you go trade fair now, they'll be showing you, oh, this one is importing doors from China. He's there. This one is importing from Indonesia. This one is importing from England. This one is importing from America. This one is from Mexico. Imagine Igbo people. What happened to Igbo maid? We don't even remember that word anymore. Have you gone to any church? They talk about Igbo maid. What they are praying for you is to travel abroad. Go make money in abroad and come and show that God is faithful. God has blessed you in abroad, but God cannot bless you in your village. And you say you have culture and tradition, culture of poverty and suffering. That's what you have. Tradition of suffering, tradition of poverty. That's what you have. Take a critical look at our land. What do you see? Tell yourself the truth. What do you see? You are seeing what they want us to see. And that's the same thing that drives us away from our land. We see distress, we see hunger, we see anger, we see curses. The only place we are blessed is in the presence of God. The only time we are blessed is when we have money. No, that money or the money banking system we have today is white man bullshit. It's the same thing with God. They enslave us with God and the money. And until we break away from God and the money, we will continue suffering while they continue enjoying. And we think that our brethren who travel to their land are better than us. We can do great things without God and the money, my people. We can do that. What do you see when you look around? They want you to see darkness as evil. So you see darkness and fears, fear of the unknown. I don't know what will happen. You don't know what will happen, but you born children. You don't know what will happen to them. You know, stop lying. You're supposed to know what will happen. You're supposed to know what tomorrow will be. You're supposed to. If you plan it well today, you will know what will happen tomorrow. But I've taught you don't know tomorrow. There's a spring being that knows tomorrow. You can't see that being. And that being cares for you so much or care about you so much, and you don't want to come and help you. Everything they attribute to God is yours. All of them. It's time you reclaim all those things or regain them back. And that's why I'm calling us to restore our powers so that we can recover our heritage, which white people envied so much that they came with cannon to kill us and to possess it. When you read in their Bible saying kill and possess, it's talking about Africans. They killed us to possess our land. And they're still possessing our land till today, waiting for the day we will wake up. And that's part of this message for us to wake up and live our life. Every one of our community or in our community ought to be custodians or managers of our culture and tradition of the land. Everyone. Oh, Digwe is the custodian of our tradition. It's a lie. Only the elders that they can know. Everyone in the land, both the citizens and the strangers or foreigners, all of them supposed to be part of maintaining or managing our culture and tradition, building together as a people. Before I became an American citizen, I have to deny Nigeria citizenship. It's a must. Then, because American practice dual citizenship, okay, so it's okay. When I want to travel to Nigeria, I use my Nigerian passport. When I want to come back to America, I use my American passport. So think about it. Everyone in the community, why do you see Americans going to certain place to get people to come over to their place to help them build? And you see, like the Republicans in Americans who are against, especially people of color, they will tell you, no, immigrants are coming to steal our job. Which job are they coming to steal? The one you don't want to do? They are coming to clean sheet for money. They are coming to serve for money. You say they are coming to steal. No, you are the one, because that's how they came. They came actually and stole the land from the indigenous people, which were blacks, Africans. And they say they are red Indians. Excuse me? Which red Indians? No, they were Africans. They were blacks. That's why it's called America too. America is African name. It's not English name. It's not white man's name. And they, as they say it's a black woman. America. Mhm. They won't teach you that. Then you will see one educated fool from Africa telling you, what are you saying? Oh, no, 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 no. They begin to quote nonsense they taught them in school and in books. Understand that no God, no spirit, and no ancestor is coming to help us. We are the one that must rise up to help ourselves. Okay. So no matter the culture and tradition you say is of for your people or of your people, is it helping you? Is it helping your people? How are you people living? Think about it, so you will not continue thinking in fear of God and the faith in bullshit. Begin to operate in knowledge. Knowledge is friend. Use knowledge and enjoy your life. Gordon.